Hi guys, this week we started naming ionic compounds. I gave you the rules on Tuesday, and today we're just going to review how to make the compound and how to name it. So number one, for example, I already put the charges so I don't lose time on the video, but you know that your charges are on your periodic table. If you don't have a periodic table, you need to get one. You can download one from the internet or just ask for a picture to one of your classmates. So number one, we have beryllium with a charge of +2 and nitrogen with a charge of -2. Remember, these numbers need to add up to 0. So in this case, common factor between 2 and 3, it's 6. So I put a 3 to beryllium because 3 times 2 is 6. And I put a 2 to nitrogen because 2 times -3 is -6. So we have +6 minus 6 is equal to 0. So there I have my compound, which is beryllium 3, nitrogen 2. How am I going to name this? Remember, first I name my metal. My metal is let me just check, beryllium. And then I name my nonmetal. My nonmetal is nitrogen. But remember, since I need to change the ending to "ide", it's going to be beryllium nitride. All right, and that's the name for the first one. I'm just going to erase this here so it doesn't look too saturated. That's the name of the first one. Then we have copper, and SO4 is a polyatomic ions. I put you here. Polyatomic ions are found on page 173. Those means that they are nonmetals that are bonding together and they already have a charge. So we have copper with a charge of 1, and this right here is called sulfate, which has a charge of -2, so I just need to make copper a 2. So this is my chemical compound, copper 2, SO4. All right? So my name of this, first I name my metal, copper. Is copper a regular metal or is it a transition metal? Copper is a transition metal. So my rule says that if I have a transition metal, I open parenthesis, I put a 1 because I'm using the charge of 1, I close parenthesis. Now I name my polyatomic ion. On page 173, you have the name of this one, which is sulfate. And if you check your rules, I told you that if it is a polyatomic ion, you don't change the name, so it's sulfate. All right, example number 3 is really easy because it's already done. We have potassium and we have iodine. +1 minus 1, 0. So my chemical compound is Ki. How am I going to name it? First, I'm going to name the metal, potassium. And then I'm going to name the nonmetal, changing the ending to "ide". So it's going to be potassium iodide. Because I'm always going to change the ending, unless it's a polyatomic ion. All right, so number 3 was really easy. Then on the other hand, we have on number 4, we have calcium, and we have NO3, which is a polyatomic ion. Check on this page 173 to see the name of NO3, which is nitrate. So I have a 2 here, and I have a 1 here. I need to make this one a 2. But since this already has a number here, I cannot put it. I need to open parenthesis. I put a parenthesis and I put a 2. It's 2 times 1, it's 2. So this one's going to look calcium. I open parenthesis, NO3, I close parenthesis, and I put the 2 there. How am I going to name it? First goes the metal. So first I'm going to name calcium. Is calcium a regular metal or is it a transition metal? It's in group 2A, so it's a regular metal, so I don't put parentheses. What's the name of this one? It's on page 173. It's nitrate. So the name of this one is calcium nitrate. We don't change the ending if it's a polyatomic ion. All right, example number 5. We have lithium with a charge of +1, and we have arsenic with a charge of -3. So I need to make lithium a +3, so I put a 3 here. 3 times 1, 3 minus 3, 0. So that's it. So I have lithium 3 with arsenic. My rule says that I'm going to name the metal first, so I put lithium. Lithium. Then I'm going to name my nonmetal, which is arsenic. Arsenic. And I'm going to change the ending to "ide." So it's going to be arsenide. And that's the name of lithium and arsenic together, lithium arsenide. All right, and number 6, finally, we have sodium with a charge of +1. And we have this one right here. Again, it's a polyatomic ion, and its name is phosphate. So we have sodium +1, phosphate -3. I need to make this 1 a 3, so I just put a 3 here. So I can change that because 3 times 1 is +3, -3 is 0. So my compound looks sodium phosphate. And the name is metal first, sodium. And the name of this one, it doesn't change, so it's phosphate. Sodium phosphate. And that's the review of naming ionic compounds. I hope you understand. You have the homework for today on page 174, 124, just 4 exercises. And you are going to be using polyatomic ions, so check them on page 173, all right? If you have questions, just please send me a message. Have a nice day, guys.